Hello and welcome to the second episode of Question Sunday, which is actually on a Sunday this time. And I was challenged to make this a musical Question Sunday, and I am going to keep that challenge. I'm just gonna have to do it another week. How were you introduced to Harry Potter? So Harry Potter came out in 1998 and I was in the first grade. And I don't mean to brag or anything, but as a first grader I had a third grade reading level. So my mom bought me this book called Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. And basically I was obsessed from then on. These little guys right here, I've had them since the third grade. What is your Patronus? My Patronus would either have to be an owl or an otter like Hermione Granger. Cake or pie? Cake, but just by a little bit. Waffles or pancakes? Waffles. Favorite book ever if you had to pick one? That's a hard question. Okay, I would like to eliminate the Harry Potter books because those are obviously my all-time favorite. But if I had to pick one book, I'd have to go with Stargirl by Jerry Spinelli, just because that book has been so important to me for a very long time. Favorite John Green book? Originally I would say Looking for Alaska, but I think I'm gonna have to go with Paper Towns. What is your favorite type of lip balm? Soft lips. Should I take AP English or AP French my senior year? Okay, so I don't know what your senior English class is, but mine is AP Literature, so if that's your option, please take that class. By far the best class I've ever taken in high school. As for AP French, well, our French program was canceled when I was in the 8th grade, but I always loved the French language, so if you have the option to take AP French, do it for me. But I know as a senior you don't want a lot of AP classes, so I say at the most pick 3, but do it based on what subject you love the most. What is your favorite breakfast, lunch, and dinner? Favorite breakfast? Cold pizza. Favorite lunch? Grilled cheese sandwich. Favorite dinner? Can I pick cold pizza again? How do you like your potatoes prepared? French fried, cause I'm classy. Where do you see yourself in 20 years? In 20 years, I'll be almost 40, so I'd hope by that point I'd have a solid job, hopefully at Pixar. I have to say at that point I'd want to be married, and I'd hope to have started a family, but most of all I'd hope I'd be back living in Northern California. Why do you have a BlackBerry? So the reason I have a BlackBerry is because last year I was on Sprint, and all of my phones before that one were really crappy, and my last phone before my BlackBerry, it fell in the toilet. So I bought myself a BlackBerry Curve, which I absolutely loved, but then in June we switched to Verizon, and I had to trade it in for this ugly thing. And I really love all the features of a BlackBerry, I just don't like how they look. What were you looking for in college, and why did you choose Tulane? Okay. Rant time. When I was a wee little sophomore, I had this fantasy that I was going to major in theater and go to school in New York City. But then when I became a junior and I had to think seriously about choosing a college and choosing a major, New York was way too cold. And I just don't like the East Coast that much. And really, theater, was I really gonna major in theater? No offense to anyone who was actually majoring in theater. It was something I loved a lot in high school, but really thinking about it, I didn't have the heart to major in it and then get a career in it. So the big things I was looking for in a college: the city, the weather, the size, and the programs. I wanted to major in English, but I know I also wanted to go on and study digital media. And actually when I first visited Tulane that summer before my junior year, when I still thought I was gonna major in theater, go to school in New York, I wasn't too crazy about it, but I fell in love with the city of New Orleans. So during my junior year when I was looking at all the schools, I just kind of kept coming back to Tulane because it was the perfect size for me, it was the perfect city for me, and they had all the programs I wanted. But I did get really lucky. So if you're in the college process now, I wish you the best of luck. Favorite childhood show or book? Blue's Clues, most definitely. My favorite book? Chrysanthemum. Hopefully I answered all of your guys' questions. There were a lot more this time than there were last week, so if I didn't answer it, ask it again and I'll be sure to answer it next week. If you have any other questions, feel free to ask them in the comments or on Twitter. And today we actually have 2 songs of the day. The first one is one I'll pick later. The second one is the song username Strings and Noise made me about getting my ears pierced. It's awesome. It's so awesome. So please check out that video. Please subscribe to her. She's amazing. And basically anybody who writes me a song or bakes me cookies or commits any other random act of kindness towards me, you'll automatically be my best friend. Anyway, I will see you guys tomorrow! It was a weird ending.